didn't make it back in time. Oh, there I am. Oh, welcome to my podcast. I'm Larry the Lion. This is Larry the Lion Live. Talking to you from St. Petersburg, Florida today. Happy Wednesday. It's hump day. What did you do today to move the needle forward 1%? Come much better. I did. I made it back to Crunch Fitness, had a great workout, and then I had a morning full of Calendly appointments, two Zoom meetings, and of course my podcast now. So this background's a little weird today. Let me get this over just a little bit. There we go. It's gonna keep on picking up the stuff in the back. I see stuff like that annoys me. Anyway, so happy hump day, happy Wednesday. Let's go. This is a great day. I've had hey Ken, good afternoon, good morning, depending where you're at. Oh, I gotta do my little sharing thing. Oh my god, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 messages on Facebook Messenger, 10 on my iPhone, 36 Facebook notifications, 6 Telegram, 5 damn, holy shit, 10 new emails, and that's just in the last 20 minutes. So happy Wednesday to you guys again. So I'm going to be calling agents today in Atlanta again, trying to find a deal for Abraham Gray, who's invited me out to sent you an agent lead. Awesome. Where did you send it to me at? Who invited me out to Newark, New Jersey for the DEALMAKER event with Carl Allen. That's his protege show. And Chris Moore. Of course, Abraham Gray and Pace Morby. And then you have Pat Hilton there and Tracy Thompson. It's going to be an amazing event. To get offered to come out there and help his wife Donna Gray with the check-ins a second time, I cannot miss it. Like I said, I'm going to get there either way. Facebook Messenger Florida deal. Awesome. Give me a couple minutes and we'll pull that up and we'll see what we can do with that. Hey, is that Stacy? I know it is. I think it is. That's my good friend Stacy Wilson, I think. Or it could be Sherry. It just says Facebook user. Ken, where are you at? There's a 10-second delay in everything I say. But so I'm looking for deals for Abraham Gray. Well, and Eddie Charger, Danny Buys Homes, Danny Harrison. Those are and Miriam Espino. She's in Atlanta too. So, and anybody else who wants to buy in Atlanta. Alaska. I got Jesse Stanton for that and Aaron Green in Alaska. Those are the people that can help us with that, Ken. So are you in Alaska? You guys got that crazy midnight and daylight there. That's Jesse's and Aaron been showing videos of it. It's like light all day there, huh? It's crazy. It just would whack you out of. It's hard to imagine just having to live with the light in the darkness. Pretty crazy. But you guys get to see the Northern Lights up there and bears. DFW. Awesome. What you gotta give StreamYard permission to let it use your Facebook name when you join. It should get a little notification. I don't know why it does that. DFW. What is your name on Facebook? Glad to have you. So I'm calling agents because Abraham Gray is Pace's partner, sub 2. He's Carl Allen's partner and Chris Moore's partner and protege and all his other businesses and partnerships and deals he's done with somebody. To have that man graciously invite me back again, I'm so grateful. I have to get there, but I have to take my own action too. You know, he's gifting me a mastermind event. I can't expect him to gift me everything because he's helped me out in other ways as well too, besides being a good friend. Karma, oh, I got you. Hey, Karma, I'm looking forward to our Calendly appointment. So I'm gonna get there either way, any way I can. If I have to spend the night in a terminal like I did here in Tampa for the first deal maker, because it was gonna be $90 for the Uber ride home to where I was living, I just spent the night. I had a deal maker shirt for the next day, so and it was highly air conditioned. It was beautiful, you know, Marriott. It's not like I was out working heavy and sweating my balls off, you know. Sorry for saying balls. But so to go network and be in the rooms with the right minds and the right people is an incredible opportunity. And if you ever get opportunities like that, and that's part of the reason I moved here to Florida, all the real estate investing conferences and meetups and sub 2 here. And thank God I'm here for the Disney meetup in October. The biggest sub 2 meetup ever is going to be at Disney World here. I couldn't have come to a better state as far as connecting with people. So that's going to be insane. October 18th and 19th. God, it's just, you know, ever since I went down this journey, asked God to give me all new friends and family, and He gave me sub 2. What I can't think of a greater gift when you ask God for something like that, and that's what He delivered to me. Thank you, Pace Morby, for building this community. So freaking amazing. So I'm so grateful. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. All the glory is His. You know, I always tell you that, put God first in everything you do. Sometimes it's hard to. Like I missed doing my Bible app the other day. How hard is it to spend 5 minutes with Him? Anyway, so we're going to be calling some Atlanta agents today. I'm still, if anybody out there has an extra room at the deal maker, or not an extra room, well, you might have an extra room, but an extra bed, like a double bed. Obviously, I can't ask any of the ladies that are going. That would be awkward and inappropriate. So any male sub 2 students, protege, anybody watching this that's going to the deal maker that's not a sub 2 or a protege, might be Astro, might be and any numbers of other groups out there. Please, I need a place to stay, or at least take a shower, because I'll just kick back in the terminal. I don't sleep much anyways. I only sleep 5 hours a day anyway. So 11 o'clock, getting up at 4 o'clock, 4:44 today. That's what I do. So I don't need a lot of sleep. And for all them decades, I was out there doing drugs and stuff until I quit 16 months ago yesterday, February 13th, Super Bowl Sunday. Is that 15 months or 16 months? I don't know. Something like that. I think it's 15 then. So I've been saying 16. Maybe I was off a month. Yeah. So it's, hey Siri, how many months has it been since February 13th, 2022?
It was 16 months ago.
Oh, it is 16 months ago. How is that? Doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why. January 13th. Apparently 16 months. So I was right. But I walked away from everybody I knew to change my life, put God first, and go down this journey of real estate investing based on a 1-minute Facebook ad from Pace Morby. Which reminds me, let me get back to Sharon while I'm talking. So the last deal maker, I made some incredible connections there. One of them was with Sam Singh, and that got me into Arch with him and Cody Rose and like 150 other sub 2 students and Astro and a couple others, which got me my first deal, which I got paid on finally last week. And I went and celebrated at Busch Gardens, and then I had remorseful things, and I was like, man, you could have used that money towards getting to the deal maker, or you could have done something else. But I've had so many people tell me I did the right thing by celebrating, by all the stuff that I went through in the past 16 months. A lot of you don't know all the stories, but a lot of people close or semi close to me know everything I've gone through to get to this point, to change my life and to, you know, help change people's lives through this podcast and through my actions, and through whether it be weight loss or real estate investing or just believing in yourself and asking God for help. I have so many people say that I inspire them, and I'm so grateful for that I can do that. And I don't want to let anybody down. And that was always one of my biggest fears of being successful, is I would fuck up and relapse and let people down. This time it's absolutely 100% different, because I have the greatest community on earth, and I didn't go to any doctors or rehabs or AA meetings. I just asked God to take it away, and it's been all me, all Him, and then sub two that's got me through to this point. So thank you guys. I appreciate that. And let me just share this here. All right, I got. It's gonna take about 2 minutes here. So the deal maker is June 23rd, 24th, 25th. My birthday is June 19th. One of the people attending that is my good friend Angela Wayne, who I met last deal maker. She was my first friend that I met, and I made a little video for her and me and put it on my Instagram stories and Facebook stories. I was like, the Angela Wayne. It was really cool. But I've stayed in touch with her. It's a great connection to make. So you won't make those connections unless you go to events like this. I would have never met Angela Wayne. Just, you know, she's very nice and stuff, but it's not the same as connecting with her on Facebook or going and watching her podcast and connecting with her. You need to physically be in those right rooms with the right people. There's so many high level people that are going to be at that event. I would be crazy not to do everything I can and take all the action that I can. Like, I watched this thing from Pace yesterday. Pace literally says he's not the smartest guy. He's not the best at what he does. There's so many people better and smarter than him, but he will win every time. Why? Because he's going to try every time, and he's going to be consistent every time. And that's why I keep this podcast going. If nothing else, this podcast has kept me going just because I promised myself to be consistent to it. I got to work on my timeliness. I'm always like 3 or 4 or 5 minutes late, but we're working on that. We're getting there. So let me send this, and then one more share here, or 2 more. I shared to a couple groups on WhatsApp and Telegram, and a couple individuals. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm going to do that again. And then I share to like 55 different Facebook groups where I get in. I'm also podcasting to LinkedIn and Twitter now. I've been doing Twitter for a while. I don't think I've ever had anybody say a comment from hey, Katrina Capital. Awesome. See, I'd like to connect with you. I'm going to, I put a link in for my Calendly in a minute. Because I wanted to talk to private money lenders, hard money lenders, buyers, anybody in the real estate investing. I want to have these connections with them. 1 second here. So I've been doing Jesse Stanton. He's my coach. He's a sub 2 student. Amazing. He's in Alaska, military, Air Force veteran. He's my coach in the growth company, and the growth company is his coaching program, and I'm in there with some other amazing people. One of the things he has me doing is doing the Calendly appointments to make connections to people, to network and find how I can bring value to them, or they might be able to bring value, and we can help each other in our individual journeys or business ventures. Yeah, that's a lot of groups. So I'm going to put a link in the chat for my Calendly real quick. And then I'm going to share it to a bunch of places. So the Calendly appointments are 30 minutes. I have times from 10 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. set aside Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday, and then 9 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. Monday through Friday Eastern Standard Time as well for those appointments. And oops, hold on. Let me just turn the volume down. Okay. I found different ways to share things now. I was always opening up a window on Facebook. So here's the Calendly appointment. Let me make a copy of that from Calendly. Copy link, and then I'll put it in the chat in YouTube as well. So please make an appointment with me. It'll be a Zoom call. And I'd like to get to know how I can help you in your business, and if I can help, create any business ventures with any joint venturing, whether you're a gator, a private money lender. I have a brand new team that I'm starting, and I just joined another team, Angie Milanazzo's and Dylan Eggers and Joey Milanazzo Pro Reps. I'm going to be getting a list from them. I have to join the Slack here for that. They're going to be helping with underwriting and deal submissions. And we have an NDA we signed, which got me kicked out of Arch. I made sure that I could still do my own leads. And if it is submitted to them and I decide to shop it around, it's still my own lead and it won't get me kicked out. But if it's their leads, they absolutely get all those. Let me get that. I'll go to my friend request. I actually have so many friend requests. Also, if anybody's going to friend request me on Instagram or Facebook, please send me a message. I had last year on June 1st, I had 29 followers. The day before, May 31st, I had 0 followers and 235 Facebook friends. June 1st of this year, it was 1 year later, the night before, I crossed over into 7,200 followers. Since June 1st, the last 2 weeks, I've added another almost 300 followers. I get a lot of friends requests and a lot of fake profiles, a lot of Instagram, or I call them OnlyFans girls. A lot of Nigerians are using those accounts. So if I don't get a message, I get so many friend requests that, and I'm not trying to brag or anything. I just it happens because I also have that little blue check mark I paid for last month, which actually helped. Because if you have that blue check mark, you can actually speak to somebody in Facebook if you have a problem with your account. You can actually do a messaging with them. And my account got hacked a little bit, and they were actually able to fix it and get me back on track. So that blue check mark does have some actual benefits. It's just not a symbol, but it is $15 a month. But it does help you. Yeah, I do get a ton of requests. So there's the Calendly link. I'd love to schedule a call with anybody, a Zoom call. It's 30 minutes. Please be on time. If you need to cancel, don't wait till the last minute. Because I'm blocking off these times. My days are becoming fuller as I go on this journey. Especially with the coaching program I'm in. Other things I'm doing with my DTA team, with Angie's team. It's very important that we're mindful of each other's times. So let me type this in here. Wonder if I can. All right, let me open up Calendly on here real quick, and I'm going to put a link in there for. I don't know if LinkedIn gets the links, but I know it does when there's 2 ways I have to share these, and I forgot to share this first. to the groups. It's just a lot of little steps. I'm gonna figure it out because my I'm gonna have my integrator, which we just had our team meeting. There's 3 of us on the team right now. Again, that's a team I'm building along with my 2 partners who are anonymous right now. That is going to be for women to help women and the homeless and the addicted, um, battered moms and single mothers, homeless people and addiction, are sober living, pad split. Those are some of the strategies for buy and holds I eventually want to have. Also want to do straight rentals and maybe some Airbnbs in Vegas, here in Florida, and Hawaii. Hawaii has really strict Airbnb restrictions there. But those are the 3 markets that I'm definitely want to own in and definitely want to work. But I'm also doing Atlanta now for Abraham Gray. That's going to be my priority. So let me share this to these groups. And then there's the watermelon challenge. Shit, I almost forgot about that. If you're not part of the watermelon challenge, you need to join the watermelon challenge. Go to the Facebook group or give me a DM on Facebook and I'll invite you there. The purpose of the watermelon challenge is to help people get deals. It's run by Jesse Stanton, Chris James, and Carlin Hostetlet. It's open to anybody. If you need help with underwriting, if you need help with funding, if you need Gator help, if you need a JV, if you need somebody to close the deal for you, or if you want to learn, you want to be part of the group, it's a 12-week challenge, I think, to get everybody deals. So please join the watermelon challenge. And if you're interested in coaching, Jesse Stanton's growth company, I highly recommend the next class. I'm part of the pilot class right now. It has helped me out so immensely in so many different ways. Just time blocking and setting up those Calendly appointments and overcoming mindset issues and having accountability there. It's been a godsend at the time. And everything on this journey that I've been on always comes at the timely needs as I'm growing, as I'm failing forward, as I'm making mistakes, as I'm going to find a different way to share all these links one day without having to sit here and look at the phone the whole time. I can hold it up here and then it kind of looks like I'm looking at the camera still. But, and then there's also purpose ways. Even if you don't join Jesse's program, I recommend Keston Glasgow's, which I just shared too. His Purpose Ways coaching program there. That's amazing too. But Jesse gave me a offer that I couldn't refuse. Me and Danny Harrison, he came in my podcast one night, and me and Danny were live on here, and he offered us both to join the program. Jesse Stanton is also going to be my first guest on upcoming The Lion's Den, which is going to be either Saturdays or Sunday. I'm kind of leaning towards Sunday, as either a precursor to Get Creative or a follow-up immediately after Get Creative. A lot of people go to Get Creative, they get all hyped up, they're in there, and then they don't want to leave, but it's over. So maybe you could come see The Lion's Den. The Lion's Den is going to be much like Effie's, where she's interviewing sub-2 students, which was my idea at the last Dealmaker when Pace was speaking there Saturday morning. I had my hand up, and it was so incredible when Pace said, "Hey, Larry, I'll get to your question next." I only met that man twice before, and, well, he also called me out in the Gator challenge, first Gator class, the very first day. I sent him a DM on Zoom. Don't ever just send Pace a DM when he's in a Zoom. He'll karate chop you. He almost kicked me out of the whole Gator class, and that would have ended my whole journey then. I just would have went and relapsed. I said if I didn't get into that Gator class, which Tommy Thornburg, the president of PCS, Prime Corporate Services, gifted me 75% of my PCS cost to set up, because I was vulnerable, because I took action and went to the Clever Summit and volunteered, because I couldn't have afforded the $97 virtual ticket at that time, because I was saving everything to get my PCS set up to become a Gator, because I couldn't afford to be a sub-2 student. I didn't have $8,100 at that time. All I had to do was get my PCS set up. I was only needed the initial part, the 1950 to join, and I was still short on that. But by going to the Clever Summit, I risked not coming up with that by missing those 3 days of work. I was selling mini backs in Vegas. So thank you again, Tommy Thornburg. And I wouldn't be sitting here for that. I literally, if I didn't make that Gator class, I said, well, I'm going to just say fuck this real estate journey and all this crazy shit. And I was going to relapse and just crawl back in a hole. Thank you, Jesus. I didn't. Man, that was May 1st of last year. 15 months ago, 15 and a half months ago. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Tommy Thornburg. Thank you, Pace. I wouldn't be here sitting talking to you today. So let me, oh shit. Damn it, it just messed up on me. Where are we at? Yes, the millions. The multifamily. I'm almost done sharing. A couple of these groups they're gonna kick me out of. I know which ones they can't share to, like Gator Method, Being a Jetties, Creative Financing with Pace Morby. Can't share there. Or Tracy Thompson's Just the Millions, or Multifamily Asset Management with Anna Jensen. Multifamily REI Freedom. Herd Profits. And people keep on inviting me. Speaking of groups, my group, Gator Lending Las Vegas, which I wasn't supposed to have Gator Lending Las Vegas as a name. Part of when we first started that Gator class, Pace said I had already made it. I was trying to get ahead of myself. He said, don't use Gator Lending in the name of your group or the name of your company, because we're not lenders, we're Gators. And, well, I fucked up. I made that. And then I left it alone. I was like, all right, I'm not going to do anything with this. But then I deleted the Gmail that was associated with it. Later on in the year, I tried to go back and delete that thing, the Gator Lending page, because I was getting notifications from there. People were joining the page, requesting to join, be my friends on there. Like, some people are friends with me on Gator Lending Las Vegas, but they're not friends with me on my Facebook or Instagram. Kind of weird. But I can't delete it because the email is the only way to delete that account. And I can't change the email because I can't get the notification to verify that I'm that person. And so the thing I left it alone has grown on its own. Right now, I think I'm averaging like 40, anywhere from 30 to 45 people a week are now joining that without me promoting it, without it, just organically. I've had to start moderating it, but there's people doing deals in there. My friend Mark from Hawaii, Snacks and Tangs is his name on Facebook, because he's a culinary chef. He's a real estate investor. He's got his own company as far as selling gourmet snacks. He's a great guy in Hawaii. He's building container homes for homeless people in mind. That's why I really love him. I love that what he's doing with the real estate. I want to do something similar also for the homeless, container homes, tiny homes, sober living, stuff like that. So he got 500,000 from that Gator Lending Las Vegas. So when people tell me, and when I tell people I change people's lives, I literally am changing people's lives because of my journey. And that's why I keep this podcast going, for things like that. Because he actually found me in the podcast before he found me in joined Gator Lending Las Vegas. And, you know, I'm grateful to share my story, my journey, to show people what's possible when you actually do take action and make some changes. And I'm not recommending you walk away from your friends and family, which I did. Actually, I share the good, the bad, and the ugly. My mother called me yesterday. First time in a year. I didn't answer because she was at borderline dementia too. And when I talked to her, I was abused by her, beaten. when she was beaten by my father. I don't know how it started, the vicious cycle. He was an alcoholic. He died Thanksgiving morning, 1981. That set me off of my 40 years of drugs and alcohol and the wrong people. My blood would literally boil, like my blood pressure, just talking to her for 5 minutes. So couldn't answer the call. And I'm choosing to keep that because there's more to the story. More, I know you're supposed to forgive people. I forgive her, but I don't need to talk to her. God, Jesus tell you need to forgive people. Absolutely, I believe in that. But you also don't have to continue a relationship with them just because you've forgiven them. It was the only way to distance myself from my dysfunctional alcoholism family. They're all alcoholics, but I'm the bad guy because I did drugs. I never had any children, so I didn't have any responsibilities. I never got divorced and left my children like my sister did and stuff. So yeah, don't do what I did. You might need to, but it's a tough road, especially when you're trying to build a whole new life with no family, nobody to turn to. Ask. Not they would have helped me, but I didn't have anybody to do that with. So I did all of this on my own, and God's help. And then SubTube has helped me immensely. I think I shared to everybody there. I hope I didn't share to Anna Jensen's group. Let me double check that real quick. She doesn't like me to share there, and sometimes I actually do. Where is that? 30 seconds. I just want to go in there and not. There is multifamily asset management. Yep, I did accidentally. Let me delete that. So, if they reach out to me and tell me not to share, like Tracy Thompson did to Yes to Millions, I don't want to share. Sorry I missed all these comments while I was doing that. Friend request. Let me go check that for you, Karma. 56, 25 notifications in the last 5 minutes. I know a different way to check it. In the last 10 minutes more. By the time this is over, I'll have like hundreds of notifications. And I'm not complaining. I'm grateful to have these situations, considering last year I only had 235 Facebook friends and 0 followers, and now I'm approaching 7,500 after 7,200 on June 1st. So like Abraham Gray's got 16,000 subscribers. His 1 year anniversary of starting his YouTube channel is today. I started this podcast because of the very first Get Creative episode with Pace and Abraham. And the biggest thing I learned about in that episode was being consistent with this and showing up when you say you're going to show up, albeit late for me sometimes, but I'm here. And Karma, there you are. I got you. Cartina Capital. Awesome. We're friends now. Thank you for your request. Anybody else that sends me a friend request on Facebook or Instagram, please send me a DM. Let me know who you are or why you're requesting my friend. I'll tell you right now, anybody that's going to offer me services, I appreciate the officer for like VAs, skip tracing, stuff like that. I appreciate it, but I don't need that right now. And also, if you're gonna try and get me to do Forex or crypto or Bitcoin, any of that stuff, I'm not interested. Don't waste your time. I'm gonna risk the little funds that I have because I'm on a budget right now until I get deal flow. Till I might even have to go to get a job waiting tables here in St. Pete, which I'm kind of excited about because the downtown is so vibrant. I go through there every morning, and on the way to Crunch Fitness on the bus, it's such an amazing, gorgeous downtown here in St. Petersburg. I'm really happy that I ended up living here after a couple of challenging stops here in Florida, Tarpon Springs and Bradenton. And thank you, Ariel. And Ahmad, thank you so much. Appreciate you too. So the downtown St. Pete is awesome. And what is this? What you should put a list of Facebook groups we should all be part of. Okay, I can do that. Give me some time with that. There's a book called Boundaries. Boundaries. Let me put that. Look, let me take a note. I'm learning to take more notes. Like one of my meetings this morning with Calendly was with Carlin Hostetler. I can never say your name right. Last names I forget to say those correctly. She's amazing. You should get on her Calendly too. That's what all of us doing in the growth company is connecting with people through Calendly and developing relationships, because your network is your net worth, right? So we had such an amazing conversation. I had to take so many notes of different things we need to go over, that we would never. Some of the memories that she brought out of me, just in that conversation, explaining little things. I had to take notes because we got to go back and revisit them because we only had 30 minutes scheduled. Well, I only had 30. I had another upcoming Calendly appointment and 2 Zoom meetings, and then of course the podcast here. So, how do I go from all this June 1st to last year, May 1st, or February 13th, to being overloaded with Calendly points? It's by taking action and being consistent. If you can't learn anything else from me, is first just take action, and secondly be consistent and be vulnerable. Don't be afraid to ask people for help, because there's a lot of people that'll help you out there, especially in this community. But be genuine, be honest, be respectful also. And like I said, why I don't recommend people sharing their whole life like I do, but it is my story and it's part of who I am, and it keeps me accountable, has me integrity. The last 4 days I had trouble getting out of bed again, but this podcast kept me getting out. Going to Sunday was rough. That was Sunday. It was rough. I was supposed to go to a church, but I didn't. I chose to sleep, because sometimes that imposter syndrome, those negative thoughts tell you can't do these things. They jump into your mind, and there's a lot of struggles I deal with. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It is, my family is very toxic. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Ariel. Yeah, if I'd really like to connect with both of you. Jump on my Calendly, and let's. I think Karma's already got an appointment with me already. Are you? Oh, you're in Florida too. Nice. Yeah, Crunch Fitness, the one I go to, is apparently the busiest one in the whole United States right now. It's literally, I walked in there at 7:30 this morning. I was late, because I missed the first bus, and all 40 of the treadmills were occupied. It's insane, and there was people milling around waiting to use them. That's just crazy. And there's the same guy every time I go to use the crunch machine, doing stomach crunches. He's on there for like 15 minutes. Hello.
Hey, Larry.
Yes. How can I help you?
Hey, Larry. It's Tom here with the Hook Point from Brendan King's team.
Hey, I'm in the middle of a podcast right now. What is Hook Point again?
You reached out to Brendan King about a viral strategy for your social media.
Right, and I've told somebody else that called that I wasn't interested at the time. It's not something I can take advantage of. So please reach out to me in maybe 6 months.
Sure. No problem.
Thank you so much for the call. I appreciate you reaching out.
No problem.
So, yeah, I'm looking into a lot of different ways to reach more people, because more people I can reach, more people, had a couple great comments here, like this one. We're honored you're here doing this podcast with us. It's gonna get me teared up. I haven't cried much lately. Early on, and if you go back and look at some of my podcasts, I was bawling, crying every time. it gets easier. But I still get my heart. I was like, if you're older like me, I'm gonna be 54, June 19th here. Um, I saw it was, what is it, Old Yeller, where the dog died at the end and everybody cried. It's way before a lot of yours times, but yeah, I've always been at the sad parts in movies and stuff. I always get emotional, get teary up. To lions can cry too. Um, but originally from Florida. Okay, so what part of Texas are? Oh, you're in DFW. I love Texas. Houston was one of the favorite places I lived. I lived all over this country. Grew up in Chicago, south side of Chicago, Chirac. Rough place, really rough. Uh, I was born in Northwest Indiana. We had a bowling alley in Munster. I was born in Hammond, Indiana. I lived in, not necessarily this order, probably about 25, 30 places on the south side of Chicago and Northwest Indiana. I lived in Gatlinburg, Tennessee for a summer. Tampa, it was actually Tarpon Springs 33 years ago for a few months until I relapsed and fucked that up, got a DUI. Ormond Beach, 1 mile north of Daytona, 2004. Charlie, Francis, Gene, Ivan, 4 hurricanes, 2 separate tornadoes in 2 different hurricanes, back to back. It was Francis and Gene, or wait, Francis and Ivan. 48 days, Halifax Medical Center. Lost everything I owned, car, everything. I had a 200 baseball cap collection. These things. And they used to have little metal beanies up here on them. They all rusted from one of the hurricanes in the salt water. I swore I'd never live in Florida again, and yet here I am. I lived in Houston, FM 1960 area, Champion Forest. One of my most memorable things there was Farrah Fawcett's parents lived in the same subdivision I lived in there off of FM 1960 in Champion Forest. And I got to wait on her and her parents twice at Olive Garden. First time was by chance, by luck. And the second time, she actually came in and requested me. That's my claim to fame with Farrah Fawcett. And me and Farrah saw her at the gas station a short while later. We went and had a beer together at a place called Pete's Deck. I don't know if it's still out there, but she was in the gas station buying 2 tall boys, like 24-ounce cans of beer and like 2 Snickers bars. And I'm like, Farrah, is this how you stay beautiful? And I invited her out to drink. She's like, I'll come out for one. And I had Farrah Fawcett, drink with Farrah Fawcett. Not a lot of people can say that. So I also lived in Tucson, Arizona, Bryce Canyon, southern Utah, the national park. I worked out there. I worked in Yellowstone and the Grand Tetons, and lived in Jackson Hole in Seattle. It was up on 410 Bonnie Lake. I worked in Puyallup there. It's a really crazy name. If you're from Seattle, you'll know that name, Puyallup. Redding, California, Mount Shasta, Lake Tahoe, Reno. I lived in a couple times out there. Los Angeles, and 4 times in Las Vegas. I spent the last 10 years in Las Vegas. That's where I ended my drug problem. That was, again, February 13th last year, 16 months ago as of yesterday. I was 12 years old when my father died, Thanksgiving morning, 1901. So I spent the next 40 years in hell after that. I mean, like, immediately after he died, I was going through his drawers because I was a bad kid. I was looking for money or something to go waste it at the arcade or buy comic books or whatever. I don't know. When I was 12. And I found a bag of marijuana that it's confiscated from my sister, who I previously had got her busted out when I found methamphetamine pills. They called them red and blacks or whatever, something back in late 70s, early 80s, right there. I ended up actually, ironically, smoking her pot, and that started me down my journey of. I started smoking pot, selling pot, then that led to cocaine, and after I was in the hospitals, in 48 days, was on Demerol, which led to Percocets, and which led to heroin. So I walked away from all of that shit 16 months ago. So you were born in. So here I am now. Ended up back in Florida. Oh, I also lived in New Philadelphia, Ohio, too, for a couple months with Josh Keating from Powerhouse Mastermind, which we ended our relationship badly. Last two people I've lived with ended badly. Sub 2 student Bradenton, Sonari Lim. Caught feelings for her. Sorry, she's a beautiful girl. she was a sub 2 student. I didn't have to convince her what I did. And it wrecked our relationship, but I couldn't help it. I thought God put the perfect girl, the girl that I always wanted. And I have a thing for Asian women. I think they're very beautiful. So I messed up. So I own my mistakes. I'm accountable. That's one thing you can always be assured that I'll own all my mistakes and be accountable, and I'll share my mistakes, my failures, because if you can't learn from my failures and I only show you the good things in my life, then it's not an actual true representation. It's not me being authentic. It's not keeping myself accountable when I share things like that. Like I was depressed for the last couple of days. And my friend Tigger, we had a conversation about that yesterday. She asked me, and I said, yeah, I do. I used to take Prozac in the beginning last year, and then I got off that because those have certain side effects too. But yeah, I still suffer from some depression. Sometimes, it gets overwhelming because at the end of the day, when I don't have this podcast, it's still me by myself. Whether I'm in downtown St. Pete or I'm on the beach, I'm still by myself because I don't have any real genuine connections. People that I can just call, hey, let's go hang out. And that's why it hurt so bad to mess up that relationship with Sonari. But I misread things, We spent so much time together that I couldn't help catch feelings for her. Hi, this is Larry. How can I help you?
Oh, hi, Larry. This is Tannis calling from Ryan Blair's team at Altar Call. He wanted me to personally reach out, and I have known him for 14 years, and he certainly wants to.
I appreciate you calling, but the last person that called me, I told them the same thing. I'm not able to take advantage of that right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate.
I didn't know somebody else had called you.
It's okay.
Larry, so I'll make a note of that.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, follow up with me in 6 months. There's a lot of plans I have for the future. I have a lot of big grand plans. Like I want to go to Mars. No, literally, I do. It's like 35 35-year plan there. Well, it's a 33-year plan. So
maybe we can help you do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Follow up with me. I just can't take advantage of it today, and I don't want to waste your time when you could go help somebody else's. So.
No worries. What do you think as far as the timeline when should we follow up?
6 months.
Okay.
December. Because I am interested. Yeah. So, but December.
Okay, sounds good. Well, you have a wonderful day then.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm grateful.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh my God. Look at all these notifications. It's like the whole book. That is just from sitting here. I had this cleared out at 12 o'clock today. Those all came in the last hour and 30 minutes. There's my good buddy Randy from Powerhouse Mastermind. He's also a sub 2 student. Fluoride is prominent ingredient in Upland. I believe that's near Mount Shasta. So SoCal is your home state. Awesome. What part of SoCal? When I was living there those 4 months until I died. There's another story. Los Angeles. I got my ex Tia, who I loved her more than any other girl that I've ever been in love with. but we were such toxic together. I took her out from Las Vegas to go to Los Angeles to get her off of crystal meth, and we went out there, and the very first hour I was out there, we walked out on Santa Monica Beach, and I had a heart attack. And there was 2 other people that were with us. We were doing some shady shit. They took my car and started driving back to Las Vegas. Luckily, I had OnStar, and the Santa Monica police were in my hospital room at St. John's. And they said, look, we're going to do a felony stop on you. There's 7 units right behind you right now. You can either bring the car back or we're going to do a felony stop. They brought the car back. But Tia, I couldn't afford to get her a hotel room, and she didn't want to sit in the hospital room because they didn't have like a comfy chair for her. And then my mom and stepdad, who were helping me at the time financially, they wouldn't do it either. So she left me in Los Angeles. So I ended up staying out there for 3 months, trying to find a job, trying to quit, change. It was one of the times that I did try and change and failed. I had a offer at Morton Steakhouse, but I missed it because I was still relapsing doing drugs out there. I ended up in St. John, or after St. John's with a heart attack. I was in Ronald Reagan, got a cellulitis and a DVT blood clot because I was sleeping in my car for on the weekends, because I'd get a hotel Sunday through Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday I'd have to stay in the car because it was so expensive out there. Even for like a Motel 6 was like $350 for each of those nights. So, and then I ended up in Cedar Sinai after I had to call the paramedics when I was in Marina Del Rey in the parking lot in the McDonald's sleeping. I started having chest pains. One of the DVT blood clot broke up. I had pulmonary embolisms, where when they brought me in, they found that I had an arrhythmia, which another hospital knew about like 5 years earlier, but they didn't do anything in Reno. And they were debating whether to, because I was so fat at the time, I was like 450 pounds. I was 500 pounds at the start of the pandemic. I'm 275 right now. Whether they could even do the surgery. Well, God didn't give them a choice. My nurse that stayed by my bed that night, my heart had stopped 3 times, and she had to keep me alive until the surgery team could get there. And so I literally died in Los Angeles 3 times. But when I started down this journey last year, Mother's Day, me and Tia were going to the same church, and it was during the pandemic. We lost contact. I told her I found Willy Wonka, Pace Morby, who I didn't know about the golden tickets at the time. Literally, I said, I'm going to make all of her dreams come true, all these things that we talked about. I thought she was 2 years ahead of me being clean. Well, she said, hey, let's go to Mayweather boxing. And I thought, well, great. I've been losing weight, losing 1 meal a day, and this is my God's telling me to go back to the gym. Well, she ghosted me, and she ended up ODing, so I lost her. So that was another rough part of this journey. So another reason why I do this. Single moms, battered women. She was both of those. That's why she did drugs. Stuff like that. My mom, single mom after my father died, and abuse in the family. Again, battered women. That's the people I want to help with what I'm doing. Homeless people, people that are addicted. If you ever been to Los Angeles and saw, what do they call it, Skid Row there? It's the most horrible sight in the United States. There's no place on earth like that. I mean, there are other places in other countries that are more horrible, but we shouldn't have that in the United States. So those are all the people I want to help with my journey. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I do that a lot when I'm talking. So, those are all some of the things that I went through the past 16 months and all these years. But, the odd thing is, this whole journey, since last year, I wanted to go to Mars. If you ever seen Total Recall, Arnold Schwarzenegger, the original one, when I woke up coming out of surgery after they Frankenstein a pacemaker, I have like two different companies. I have a St. Jude's and a Boston Scientific that they had to fuse together because they had ordered one for me, but my heart was stopped. They had to do something. So when I woke up out of the surgery, I literally thought I was like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they put the spy chip in me, and I had to get to Mars. And I thought I got to kill everybody in this room and get out that door. There was two nurses standing on both sides of me, and there was like scalpels. I'm like, why are there scalpels there? And I was like, oh, I need those. I was literally reaching for it when the door opened. I was gonna go like this, and in guy walked the guy, and I'm like, wait a minute, I know this guy. And I was like, oh shit, that's the anesthesiologist who told me there might be complications. I was like, I started crying. I'm like, I'm sorry. He comes over. He's like, it's okay. I'm like, no, it's not okay. I was going to kill these bitches. And he's like, no, it's okay. We've heard this before. I'm like, what do you mean you've heard this before? I just told you I was going to kill. He goes, it happens. We have complications with big guys like you. It's okay. I was like, you mean you've literally heard people? Apparently, people come out of surgery with an anesthesia with homicidal tendencies. That's the thing. And it happened to me. It was really fucked up. But, I literally died 3 times. And that was really crazy. So that was that part of the journey. I've been through a lot on this journey. And I'm not looking to elicit any empathy or sympathy. I'm just sharing what I've overcome so other people will realize that there's so many things you can overcome if you have the mindset and you walk away from bad things and bad people. You just got to take action and be consistent in your actions. And that's what I've done for the last 16 months. So let me see. So let me see this, what Kent sent me over here. I hope Kent's still here. Good morning, Larry. I have a seller finance deal I found. I have not called the agent, but one of the requirements to purchase is that the buyer must be in Florida. I live in Alaska, so I know you live in Florida. I wanted to see if I could help you out with this deal. It is a resort price. It is large, but I have not discussed anything with the agent, so let me know if you're interested. Key Largo, waterfront hotel resort real estate business for sale. Asking price $12,900,000. So Ken, definitely. Let's see, where's the agent? Is there an address for this thing? Business biz by sell. So that's why I'm going to the DEALMAKER event, to buy businesses, to learn about that and connect with people there. I'm actually haven't had time to do I have the initial 10-day wealth program from Carl Allen, which I haven't got to watch all 10 of the days of the instructions because I was busy moving stuff. I'm making excuses. I can make more time. I'm going to make more time. I'm going to have to time block that in. Because that's another wheelhouse that I want to have, which acquiring cash flowing businesses, the DEALMAKER. I mean, I will be a protege student one day. I will get caught up on my sub 2 mentorship. I'm actually behind. Pace knows that. We had a little conversation about it. Things happen. It's not been easy, but I'm not making excuses. But this is also why I do the podcast, to create new connections, to JV with people, have things like this happening. I want people to connect in the chat. I'm so sorry to hear that, Ariel. I find that, and that's what I was going to say about Carlin. When we were talking at the end of our 30 minutes, I said, Carlin, are you a starseed? And she's like, what is that? And this woman's got incredible knowledge, and she's like very versed in a lot of different areas. She was like, wait. She started looking it up. She goes, wait, you're dropping this bomb on me? And she goes, this makes a lot of sense. I knew she was a starseed because I'm a starseed. When I woke up last year, when I quit, I literally woke up the day after the Super Bowl, a gram a day of heroin, I didn't go through any withdrawals. God literally took it away from me. Before that, I would have been sick for a week. When I asked God to take it away from me, I said, God, I need all new friends, all new family. I am done. Take this away from me. He literally took it away from me. And there's no other explanation than I can give you that. To be able to quit a gram a day of heroin and not go to any detox without any assistance. Thank you, Jesus. But I'm sorry to hear that, Ariel. You know, we both shouldn't be alive, but we should be alive because this is God's plan. The reason we're here, we're having this conversation right now, is God's plan. It's always God's plan. No matter what you do, He's going to change your plans. It might go along the same line, but for the most part, God is always going to insert Himself into your plans, whether you realize it or not, whether you believe it or not. Trust me, I believe it. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, my good friend. Yeah, amen. It's God's plan. So, Ken Wilson, are you still here? If you are, Ken, where is he at? He was one of the first people in here. Ken, are you here still? So I told him I'd pull up this deal. I hope he didn't leave. I didn't forget about him. I just start getting overlapping stuff. Jeez. Hold on, let me reply to this text. Awesome. So I get another Zoom at 3:30. So, or Pacific. So 6:30. So we might be going on here today for, I'm thinking about 5 hours today. Calling agents because I need to find a deal. Oh shit! I gotta check into Slack too. Where's Rachel Swartz? Holy Fletch. Hold on. Are you? And invite to Slack. That's for the Pro Reps team with Angie Milanazzo and Dylan Eggers and Joey Milanazzo and Rachel Swartz. So I'm supposed to get a list of agents to call for them today. I'm real excited about those lists. Also, you guys need to get in the watermelon challenge. You guys gonna make me open up everything here. Let me share some links here. I need to get just like have a link page, or I need a link tree. I should just be sharing a link tree here, shouldn't I? I need to get that set up. I think I'm actually paying for a link tree. Where you can join these different challenges, where you can send me JV deals, where you can do my affiliates. Like I have affiliates codes for Sub 2, for Protege, for Dustin Rain's Unapologetic Results, for PHP, which is Infinite Banking, which is something I'm going to be bringing people on here. Elizabeth and Terrence, I work with them. I need to get my life insurance license again. Infinite Banking is amazing. It's your own money. You borrow it tax-free and interest-free, and you just pay it back. And if you die, it's just deducted out of your benefit. So you got $1 million policy, and you took 100,000 out, you're only going to get paid 900,000. Why wouldn't you do it? Why wouldn't you get a whole life policy? Why wouldn't you use your money? That's your money, and build your business and pay off debt, or whatever you need to do. It's yours. You don't have to pay it back with any interest. You pay it back on your own time schedule. You don't pay any taxes on it because it's your money already. You're not receiving it. You're just using your money. It's such an incredible concept. Infinite banking. Elizabeth Pasongpong. she's Laotian. Two of my best friends in Sub 2 are Famla Songkors and Elizabeth Pasongpong. She's helped me along this journey. There's so many people that I got to pay it back to, pay it forward to, that have helped me along this journey. It's all coming. It's just taking a little bit longer. What is the watermelon challenge? The watermelon challenge is Jesse Stanton, Chris James, Carlin Hostet, Hostlet and her husband. It's to help people get deals. It's bringing people. So, would you rather eat a grape, have one grape by yourself, or would you rather just have a slice of a watermelon? So, the watermelon, you might have somebody that's closing the deal. You might have somebody dispoing. You might have a TC involved. You might have a private money lender involved. Uh, you might have a connector involved. Everybody gets a piece of the watermelon. The goal is to get everybody 5 deals in the next 12 weeks, whether it's your deal by yourself or it's you needed some help dispoing it, or assigning it, whatever the challenge there, to bring people together to share their unique talents as a group and get deals done. So that's the watermelon challenge. Look it up on Facebook group. I can send you an invite. Yeah, Laura, please, if you do join, you can do PHP as well. You can always get under me. Tell her that you're under my group, because that's I get it. If you take out a whole life policy, I get paid on it. I'm eventually going to get selling them, but I did get in a lot of trouble when I was on drugs in Vegas. Thank you, Ariel. Yeah, just make an appointment time. I'd love to connect with you and see how we can do some business together, or just become better friends. Get on my calendar, guys. It's a 30-minute call. It could be a life-changing event for you, because it's life-changing when I get to speak to you. I've just the few calls that I've done so far have been amazing. Freddie Fryer, the one I had today, we didn't have a good call. So we did have a good call, but I was a little harsh on him at the end. I think he misunderstood it, my harshness. It was because I was pressed for time, and I didn't mean it to come off as harsh. I apologize, Freddie. Because one of my very first Calendly appointments, I missed completely. I was an asshole. And I think if you make these appointments, you need to respect my time, and I need to respect your time. So I have to be ready for you just as much as I expect you to be ready for me. So if you do make an appointment, like he got called into work, and we were doing a Zoom meeting where he didn't have I want your camera on when we're doing a Zoom meeting. I don't want to be looking at a picture. Let's really connect in these connections. That's where we can see each other. You see mannerisms. You see the way people are, how they sitting. You mirror somebody in those Zoom meetings. That's part of selling, or connecting with people. In building a relationship is mirroring and having a real conversation face to face. If it's not physically, at least it's a Zoom call. So all of my Calendly appointments are Zoom calls or Google Meet. I might add Skype to that too, just depending on what part of the world you're in, or so, because I've had a couple of people from Africa wanting to get on my Calendly. It's open to anybody. I'm not restricting anybody, but please be mindful of my time, as I'll be mindful of yours. If you need to cancel, do it as soon as possible. Don't just not show up and then say, "Oh, I forgot." Because there's ways you can click on it, put it on your calendar. Same thing I did. So that's a great way for you to meet and connect with people. It's not necessarily shady. I understood why he couldn't, because he was in a store working. He's a cashier, but he should have. At least we could have rescheduled. It probably would have been better if we did reschedule. Then we wouldn't have had the misunderstanding at the end. Really, seriously. So these are the kind of DMs I get. What I was talking about, the OnlyFans girls and stuff like that. Come on. I get a lot of spam, a lot of fake accounts messaging me. I had this one today. asking me to. They want to send a safe full of money to me and gold watches and stuff because they're in Afghanistan on a military mission and they trust me. Really? You're gonna trust somebody that was an extra user with $1 million and some gold watches and rings and stuff? I would just out of purpose. I mean, you could trust me now, but it's not a. You just met somebody on Instagram and you want to send them all this shit. Seriously, come on. That's funny as hell. So I want to start making some calls. I want to call. I'm trying to find Ken. Where's Ken at? He's active 18 minutes ago. Well, actually, he gave me the number here, but I don't have the address on this thing. Let me see if I can pull this up. Key Largo Waterfront Hotel and Resort, Monroe County. Seller financing available. Business buy sell. Let me see if I can pull it up. bizbuysell.com. But it says something. They have to be a Florida resident. Real estate and business, hotel, resort, real estate and business for sale. Cash flow, growth, there's nothing, no EBITDA. I forgot what EBITDA means. Real estate owned, not including asking price, financing, possible owner financing, reason for selling, retiring. Luxury Key Largo Waterfront Hotel Resort. There are 6 buildings on this hotel villa site with 22 keys. Each building has 2-story ceilings and a wraparound covered balconies. This portfolio includes 2 pools, peninsula, marina, and beach with event site, destination wedding, and event business location completed at the end of 2017 and built around above code $12,900,000. So this should be an interesting call. We're going to fail forward on this one. I have the agent is Robert Zinzel Jr., and I got his number. Interesting call. So I think that'll be our first call here. I've been on here for 1 hour and 13 minutes. Well, give me a couple minutes. I'm just going to get some more coffee, and I'll be back and go to the bathroom, and give me like 5 minutes. Because then we're going to call a lot of agents today. We're going to get a lot of deals done today. And let me put my phone on the charger. I'm going to find a property for Abraham Gray. And 30 seconds, I'll be back. All right? I'll be right back. Thanks for those of you that stayed. Back. All right, so let me share this here. Karma, I got you. Sent that request. See, did I send that message? Hold on. There's Rachel. Oh, there they are. Okay. Share screen. And please, guys, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. It helps with the algorithm. I'm not anywhere close to being monetized yet, so I'm not doing it for monetization reasons. You have to have and I love that Karma wrote me, said, "Hey dude, really love your lives, even though I only have watched 2 so far, but really happy to connect with you. I sent you a friend request. I'm looking forward to our calendar meeting next week." Awesome. Love that. Where is that? Where's Ken here? This is Ken. He was on earlier. So this is the deal. We're talking about on June 6th, we had a little conversation. He sent me a message from Alaska time at 6 a.m. my time. He was looking to buy and hold some Airbnb. Today he sends me, "Good morning, Larry. I have a seller finance deal I found. I have not called the agent, but one of the requirements to purchase is the buyer must be in Florida. I live in Alaska, so I know you live in Florida, and wanted to see if I could help you out with this deal. The resort price is large, but again, I have not discussed anything with the agent, so let me know if you're interested." So I'm interested. So we have the agent's number here. Let me see. That'll open up. So that's it right there. There's my, go to my YouTube, I set up a Calendly appointment there. What's my email? Larry.parsons1@gmail.com. I think that's the one I'm going to use for Slack. Another chat thing. So let me start leading with, all right, so we're just going to completely wing this. And let me call this agent. Robert Zenzel Jr. So I've never called on buying a business before. This is all brand new. It says calling. Still says calling. It's not ringing yet.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 30556268848 is not available.
Hello, Robert. My name is Larry Parsons, and I am an investor. I was calling about a listing you have for a resort in Key Largo. If you could please return my call at either 813-489-9879 or 702-675-1317. Again, my name is Larry Parsons. I'm an investor. I'd love to have a conversation with you. Thank you, sir. So I'm going to double tap him. I forgot what I was going to pull up over here. Why did I open that screen just now?
Hello?
Hi, Robert.
Yes.
Hey, Robert. How are you today? My name is Larry Parsons.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I had a friend reach out to me in Alaska and gave me your number and told me about a property you have listed there in Key Largo. It's
Alaska, they called you.
yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like it's a resort there, but the owner the buyer must be in Florida.
Yes.
Okay. Could you tell me some more information? Well, let me tell you what I do first.
Well, you know what? I'm
You get in a bad time.
Because I don't recognize the number, so I can answer. But send me text me your name.
Okay.
An email address, and I'm gonna send you an NDA.
Okay, sure.
And then I'll give you all the information and stuff like that, and then we can talk about it.
Oh, fantastic. Are you familiar with the Blink card?
Blink?
Yeah, it's a digital business card.
No, not really. I know about digital business cards with it.
Yeah, so do you have iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
iPhone. Okay, so when you open it up, it'll say save contact, and then hit create new, and then done, and you'll have my emails and everything. But I'll send you my email too, just in case you can't get the card to work. But it's got all my social media.
I'll be back in my office in like an hour and a half, so then I'll send you the NDA.
Awesome. All right. And thank you for taking your time to talk to me. Thank you.
Hey, no problem.
Bye. So that was my first call ever on trying to buy a business, cash flowing business with, that's what the Dealmaker event is. That's Carl Allen. That's Protege. That's Abraham Gray and Chris Moore. That is about using creative financing to buy cash flowing businesses. Now says it's open seller financing. So what's his name? Robert Zinzel Jr. Let me save him. Crazier things have happened. I know I'm going to make a bunch of mistakes when I talk to him, but that's the only way you learn, is you go out there and make mistakes, like Pace says. Go out there and look for ways to make mistakes. I don't know what his agency is called. Biz, buy, sell. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to open up that website. That's why I opened up the window. But the only way you learn is by giving it away. Once you've made a mistake and learned how to do it, that's why I give away stuff here, what I do on this podcast. And I try and make mistakes. I go out there I expect to fail every day. I expect to learn every day. I expect to take action, have courage, and, have a heart of a lion, as I like to say. But also smile, live joyfully, laugh a little every day. I love this coffee cup. It's my favorite coffee cup. Smile. All right, so that was good. Now, let me see if I can share this. Did I reply to her? Sometimes I think I replied to people and it's in my mind. NDA shortly, getting into Slack now. So Rachel's going to send me an NDA. He's going to send me an NDA. Oh, I got to text him my email. That's right. .parsons1@gmail.com. There we go. All right, so looking forward to getting 2 NDAs right now. Buy, biz, sell. They actually have ones in St. Petersburg. Buy, biz, sell. Close that for a second. Find a business for sale. Look, they have buy, biz, sell in St. Petersburg. Integrity Business Brokers. This is really interesting. Let me go back to this window. Oh, wait, hold on. There it is. St. Petersburg businesses for sale. 54 results. Profitable pizza franchise for sale with full Italian menu. Deli for sale. Carpet cleaning business. Established 15 years ago. Cash flow $51,709. 99,000. Here's a home-based carpet cleaning business for sale. Business is being offered by original operator who decided to enter retirement after 15 years. St. Petersburg pool route for sale. Great opportunity to start or expand your pool route business located in St. Petersburg, Florida. 32 established pool accounts, 32 residential accounts, monthly recurring income $3,430. Seller plus seller charges extra to do. Let's see. See, I had no idea I'd be calling businesses today. It's kind of weird. I reference in the DealMaker and have that brought to me. Seller offers 2 to 4 weeks training. Home base. Wonder if you could. I don't want to be an operator of that. We could 90-day guarantee, 2 to 4 weeks training, 5-year non-compete, zip code list available, other assets available for additional price. Visit poolroutes.com. Signed NDA, proof of funds required for detailed information. I can do that. I can get proof of funds. I have Pace Morby's proof of funds. Let me see that other one. Amazing the opportunities God puts in your path. You know, this is exactly what the DealMaker is about. Is buying. Boy, we got a lot of work to do. Carpet cleaning business. Branded station in St. Pete. Gas station. From deli and car wash will pay. Ooh, a deli and car wash. Famous restaurants. Tampa Bay race. Baseball. 129,000. To do. No gross revenue, nothing like that. No cash flow. Says 0 credit card fee, miscellaneous, $4,200 a month, which includes lotto commission plus ATM error. Store is run as semi-absentee owner. Great value adds, very neat, clean, organized at a price 150,000 plus in inventory plus gas deposit. So they're looking to cash out. How do I contact this person? I gotta make an account and all that stuff. Whew. All right. See, Pandora's box opened up again. Speaking of Pandora's box, artificial intelligence. I've been doing a lot of studying on artificial intelligence right now because I am going to be working with the direct-to-agent build. The artificial intelligence from Dustin Reyna's CRM, Unapologetic Results, REI, which I have a affiliate for that as well. I get some credit if you use that CRM towards my monthly payment, which I don't have one because I'm using somebody else's now. But yeah, I've been watching this Great Reset Initiative. Is an economic recovery plan drawn up by World Economic Forum in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Project was launched in June of 2020 with a video featuring then the Prince of Wales, Charles, released to markets and launch. So part of that is coming. The Great Reset has a lot to do with artificial intelligence. Use AI to build wealth, get ahead of 99% of people. If you're not going to get on board with AI, you're going to resist it, you're going to get left behind. Literally, that's everything I've been reading and hearing about. I've only really been looking into it the last few days. Some really great, interesting stuff. Terminator thing is a possibility. Could happen, but highly unlikely. But that chance is always going to be there. But most of it's going to come from job losses to people like truck drivers and stuff like copywriters and phone centers. Artificial intelligence is going to replace all of them. Right now, with that direct-to-agent build, with the artificial intelligence in there, with the unapologetic results from Dustin Reyna, it handles a lot of your follow-ups, sends out LOIs. It's really incredible, the technology that he's got built into it. It's going to be the number one CRM in the game. I don't even know why people would even want to compete against him right now. The rest of the CRMs don't match it. Astro Blaster can't match it either. I'm really excited to be doing that with my direct-to-agent team that I'm building. Hold on, let me check a couple of these. One second. Do a translation. Ik ben erg druk. Jean Child am te Kijikin. What the hell is that? Somebody send me that message. Yeah, I need to get another chair. This one is not comfortable that I'm working with right now. So, hold on me. I want to save this. just gonna end that. Oh, I thought I was sharing the screen. All right, so I got rid of that. I got buy, biz, sell saved, I think. Hold on, we'll go back to here. Profitable pizza franchise for sale with full Italian menu. Cash flow $131,000. Pool routes for sale. Delis for sale. That's pretty cool. All right, so I got that saved. I think today what I'm going to do when calling these agents is I'm going to use Privy today. I'm going to call some agents in Atlanta. Hey Siri, what time is it in Kabul?
Sorry, there's nothing to repeat.
What time is it in Kabul?
In Kabul, Afghanistan, it's 10:41 p.m.
All right. All right. So we're going to look for Fulton County in Privy. Let me check these filters. Damn, I changed everything. So nationwide, search, single family, active. Yeah, when they changed it, I forgot what I needed to put in here. Was it fix and flips? Buy and hold. I'm gonna do some fix and flip, show preferred. Okay, 70% ARV. This is a setting I used for a wholesale Privy. Come on. I can't get it to stop right on the 70. There. I'll just use 69. Any basement, any HOA. Timeline past 6 months. I think there was something else I needed to put in there. Listing source ascending. All right, let's see where we go with this. Hotlanta got a lot of property there, so let me move that into the center. Let it zero in. So let's go for Atlanta. We'll take a look at, it's got to be an hour drive for Abraham outside of Atlanta. So let me look at these 11 in Marietta real quick. Ooh, Third-party data. I don't like all that. Listed 4 days ago. $11.73 Minister Drive. Doo-doo-doo. $370K. But it looks like it's going to be complete. It's got a huge lot. $950K. Sold. $370. What is this one? This one's price. Is this the sold one? That is the sold. $325. Where is that? Pending. It's a 4.2. 3232 active. We got rentals for 2,400. That's got a huge lot difference. 273,000 square foot lot. So I'm gonna put this into a spreadsheet real quick. Where is that? That's an Arch Team Directory. Let me see if this is it. Yep. Should go back and look at some of these. All right, so the spreadsheet, how it works is it's a square footage. Come on. It's freezing up on me. I think I'm frozen. Dang it. Yep, I'm frozen. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. I think it's unfrozen now. Nope. Still frozen. Come on. Google Chrome not responding.